All right, all right. Welcome to Against All Odds Sports Radio Show. We back, baby. I'm Javon Bates, the Legacy.
Bruce Beast Move Ballot.
And today we definitely want to send prayers out to Christina Blom, Blomshell Entertainment. She won't be here today for personal reasons. So we want to send prayers out to her.
Most definitely.
Most
We wish you
definitely.
well.
That's right. And then next week we gonna have some other people coming in. But before we go into that, I want to talk about the last song right on the screen, Max's Revenge. You can check it out right now at Amazon Prime Video. That's right. You can rent it.
Uh-oh.
You can check it out. Yeah, you can go right now, Amazon Prime Video, and then hopefully it'll be hitting Tubi soon for YouTube watchers, YouTube lovers. And then before we get into that, check out the Common Creed Trafficking. That's right. We got the exclusive movie you see at the bottom of the screen, the taker at the bottom. Go to JB Legacy Films to reserve your ticket or your tickets. And for more information, make sure you go to the website. We're going to have it at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Don't miss it. We're going to have a Q&A session there talking about trafficking, talking about the movie business. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. Then we're going to have the book signing, Common Creed Trafficking. We're going to show you the movie. So make sure you go get them tickets, man. Trust me. Or you can just text Creed to 216-808-3344. That's Creed, CREED, to 216-808-3344, and we'll send you a ticket link where you can possibly save $5 off too. So check that out. Common Creed 2. That's that Common Creed Trafficking. So how you been, Bruce, man? How you been, man? It's been a long time.
Man, I know. I've been good. Been good. Uh,
Yeah.
watching the preseason and keeping an eye on these Browns and the Cleveland sports scenes, and enjoying the weather we had. We had fabulous weather this summer. So, been good.
Been
You?
good, yeah. Hey, man. I've been blessed to be here, still talking to everybody, still carrying out the dreams, still able to put out content, still to be a visionary, to bless other people. So I feel good, and I'm not saying like things bad don't happen. Of course they do, but it's how you respond to those things that you know, make you who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've been, I guess you say, blessed to, avoid some things and keep making headroads and what we're doing. We got new projects coming out, and
Oh yeah, for sure.
so we've been at that. We were lucky to get those things done, and we want to help other people in the process. So, uh, universe been good to us.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So
Most
yeah, man.
importantly, our health.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
most importantly.
Yeah. So if you're just trying to recap, because like I said, it's been a long time, and just seeing what's been up with you and people what's been up with me as well, and it's been a journey, and I just thank everybody that supported us on the radio show, on whatever we had going on, as far as films or whatever. I just thank everybody for supporting Tomahawk Entertainment Group and all the ventures.
In all the years.
Oh yeah, man, all the years they don't understand like this just didn't happen overnight. It's been a lot involved in this. So
Yeah, definitely a lot.
yeah, and I know we supposed to be talking about sports. We're gonna get to that in a second, but it's just we had to take the minute to reflect for real on the accomplishments and I want to give everybody a shout out for helping. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to miss out on nobody names. If you supported us, a shout out to you. You get your flowers. Um, a salute to you.
Yeah, well, we said one day we want to do something to show appreciation for everybody who supported us over the years and supporting us in all the new endeavors we got coming. So don't stop.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll talk a little bit later on about reflecting back. So let's get straight to it. You're on Against All Out Sports Radio Show where we discuss football, basketball, baseball, boxing, and other events as well. We mainly cover Browns, Cavs, Ohio State, Buckeyes, football, basketball, some boxing, whatever is top trending sports. We kind of cover it. Um, and you know what's crazy? Before we get into the Ohio State thing, did you just hear something about they got another lawsuit, civil suit against Deshaun that just came? It happened about a few minutes ago, maybe about an hour or so ago.
Against Deshaun?
Yeah, it said something back
Wow.
2020.
Goes back to 2020?
Man, a civil suit. A civil suit.
Yeah, civil suit. Right. Another
Yeah,
civil suit.
yeah. But anyway, we're gonna move past that and let's get to what we need to talk about.
We
Ohio
move
State
past that.
destroyed Western Michigan 56-0, man. Destroyed them. So we got
Woo.
Will Howard, 18 out of 26, 292 yards, one touchdown. Um, Bruce, what were your thoughts on that game overall?
I like Howard from Kansas State all the way. I told everyone I like him. Last year I said I thought it was a great pickup. Can throw the rock and he can make plays with his feet. Unlike McCord, could not really make plays with his feet. I did watch McCord this past week. He can throw the rock, but he just doesn't have that playmaking ability with his feet, which Will Howard
Right.
does. And Will Howard is a definite leader. McCord, if he was a leader, he would have stayed there. Ohio State needs a leader, and they got the right one in Will Howard. He has a terrible weapon in Smith.
Yep. Got Smith. We just dominated first downs. We dominated 30-6, 30 first downs when he had 6 first downs. I mean, 683 total yards, 410 passing yards, 273 rushing yards, only 6 penalties, which is more than the other team. I was shocked that the other team only had 1 penalty. But it just shows you the dominance. Even with that many penalties, you just dominated the ball from the start.
Well, it goes to show you how good Akron defense really was. Even though Western Michigan was supposed to be a much better team, that Akron defense gave Ohio State some trouble.
In the beginning,
So
they
yeah,
did.
so it goes to show you how good that Akron defense really was. And Ohio State finally got a chance to showcase Will Howard and what he can do. We'll see what he can do as he comes up to Western Kentucky, which is a little more difficult team. Um, Tuning up to the Big Ten.
Yeah. This Western
So
Michigan, it was too easy. But
yeah, real too easy.
let's talk a little bit about the rankings, the AP top five right now. They got Georgia, Texas, O State at 3, Alabama, and Ole Miss at 5. Do you think that AP top 5 is accurate?
I don't know about Ole Miss. They played some slouches and Alabama. Um, but I think that 1 through 3 is definitely tight. The spot number 4 or 5 that could be debatable, but we'll see as they go in. But definitely, um, Texas looked good against Michigan. Man, they smacked Michigan. So
Man.
Ohio State hasn't played anybody bona fide, but that was a bona fide win by Texas. nor has well, Georgia did. So um, those two have actually played good programs, Division 1 programs. So Ohio State hasn't, but Ohio State, we'll see when they play that Oregon game. And I saw Oregon against who was that? Man, that was just a shootout. Who Oregon played, but anyway, um, Oregon's got a lot of speed. So
They always had,
we're gonna see what Ohio State's about when they play Oregon.
they always had a lot of speed. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they got even more now.
But let's talk about the matchup this week: Ohio State versus Marshall. So, what is your prediction, and what do you think is going to happen this week when they play Marshall?
I'm not sure about much the program. I thought it was Western Kentucky, but um, my fault. Marshall hasn't really been good in years. They've been competitive, but I don't see Marshall being too much better than Western Michigan. So I think maybe we see 63-14,
You said 63-13.
63-14.
Oh, 14. Well,
Yeah.
they right now they we got that's on Saturday, 12 p.m. So that's actually the week after next, the Marshall game. They don't have anything slated. For some reason, I don't see anything slated for this Saturday.
So they get a bye. I thought it was Western Kentucky myself. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
I don't see Western Kentucky on here, but
it's
let
not
me double
them.
check. I don't want to give our viewers the wrong information. So let's see.
Yeah.
Let's get an old schedule right now. Here we go. All right, so nope, we do get a bye because it's saying the same thing on
So it's a bye.
ESPN.
So
It has to be a
Marshall is
bye.
who's the fourth game? Is that Oregon?
Fourth game is Michigan State. We don't play Oregon until October 12th.
Oh, okay. So Michigan State is game. That's going to be a Michigan State is that's a tune-up game, but they're a legitimate program. So well, Marshall another practice, and then before you get into actually Big Ten Michigan State game, we'll get a chance to really see how Ohio State really is.
So yeah, we get another week. We actually still have another prediction. Might change up. Hopefully, everybody stay healthy. I think Ohio State versus Michigan. I mean Marshall. Sorry, I didn't say Michigan. Ohio State versus Marshall. I believe that Ohio State would dominate. Still, I haven't heard any good things about Marshall, so I think it'll be another dominant performance. Can't really say what the score is. If I was to guess, I say 49-6. Just throwing it out there.
49, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard much about Marshall this year either. Uh,
I'm
it's a
throwing a
solid.
I would say 50 something, but I'm not sure about Marshall yet. So that's what I say
Well, they're a
49.
solid
Close to 50.
program, but Ohio State is a juggernaut, so they
Yeah,
should beat Marshall.
they should give them a stumping.
Yeah, they should stomp Marshall.
Definitely. I agree with you on that 100%. All right, so let's get back to what we need to talk to. We're going to talk about these Browns. So they lose yesterday to the Cowboys 17-33 at home. Another bad home opener loss. And what make it so bad was you seen Myles Garrett go to the Muni lots, pump these people up. And I ain't saying that his fault, but what make it so bad was you felt the whole vibe in the city, like we better go there and do something. And then for you to get that type of performance, you like, I ain't expect that. So what did you take from the Browns offense? But hold on, before we answer that though, let's break down Deshaun Watson's stats. Deshaun Watson, 24 out of 45 passes, well, completions out of 45 passes, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. You got Jerome Ford, 12 carries, 44 yards, 1 touchdown. Then you got Njoku, 4 receptions, 44 yards, and then you got the rest of the receiving crew. And you had a lot of drops by Cooper as well. We had 230 yards total. We had 137 passing yards, 93 rushing yards. Our total yards per play was 3 yards, 3.3. 3.3. Third downs, we got a 2 out of 5 basically converted from third downs, 3 out of 5 on fourth. We had 6 sacks that were allowed and 11 penalties that killed us for 64 yards. So, what do you think about the Browns offense?
Browns' offense was horrible.
Yeah,
Absolutely horrible. We hadn't seen anything like that since Kitchens was coaching.
man, that
So,
was
but what we kind of saw was how they were doing in the preseason for the first 2 games, and we saw that those two defenses, Eagles and the Packers, they just wreaked havoc on the offensive line.
they
And we can
did.
understand why Stefanski didn't want Deshaun to play during the preseason. He got crushed. He got
Man,
crushed.
Crush is an understatement. Crush is an
So
understatement.
what we did not see was Stefanski protecting his quarterback, even though he knew his line was boo-boo and that they couldn't play an open game the way they wanted to. They couldn't open up the playbook the way they wanted to. We know Stefanski didn't deserve the coach of the year last year. That was
Right,
D'Amico Ryans deserved it. And Schwartz was the key catalyst to uh, Stefanski actually having a winning season.
I mean,
But
let's be real. Short definitely should got his award for assistant coach of the year. So he definitely should have got that.
for sure. But if we look at our rival, Mike Tomlin, what he did with 2 quarterbacks that nobody wanted, that people wrote off, and he took one because he had to, the least of them all, start his least uh, quarterback, and he won with him and no turnovers. And all they did was protect him by running the ball and playing good defense. And that's how Stefanski should have done yesterday. Ran the ball, but you didn't create this team to run the ball during preseason. You created the defense, but all you need to do is set up to run the ball during preseason. You started this season off with 2 backs on your roster. Right there, you're not trying to run the ball and protect your quarterback. You can't throw the ball 45 times. And you got defensive tackles that can't block.
So do you think it was a
Now,
prideful thing? You think it was a prideful
now
thing?
Jones
Deshaun,
actually had a pretty good game.
can you hear me?
It was, say again.
Do you think it was a prideful thing that Deshaun wanted to stay in the game? Like, Stefanski was going to pull him out the game, and he said he wanted to stay in the game. Do you think it was just prideful?
No, I think Deshaun, he had to play. Then he didn't play in the preseason, and he had to get the rust off and see what he could do against this Dallas defense. Now let's be honest. This Dallas defense is not the Jaguar defense. He should look much better against the Jaguars defense than this. This is one next to the Browns. This was one of the top rated pass rushing defenses in the league. So you're talking about the team that had the highest pressures in the regular season, and we saw it. And so if we can take anything away from it, the Browns faced one of the top-notch defenses in the league and managed to survive and can work out some of the kinks with this. They didn't play well. So it'd be a difference if they played well against that Dallas defense and still lost and got beat down, whereas suppose they played horrible and lost. So
Right.
so we know the drops, the penalties, and the lack of being prepared. They just were not prepared, and they showed and played that way. They weren't prepared. No, no discipline. You get 11 flags, and not we're not talking about holding, which is you know, happens every play. We're talking about stupid penalties, offsides, illegal procedure, wide receivers moving, not lined up. All that is stupid stuff.
And you know what? Let's be real and let's call it out what it is. Miles Garrett shouldn't be jumping off sides at this stature of his career.
No, then you had Hurst jump off sides. It's like, wait a minute, are you teaching them to jump off sides too?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. And the crazy thing about yesterday was there was no real game plan. It was like they knew what it was and they just didn't tell us. Like they knew exactly what was gonna happen and they just didn't tell us exactly what was gonna happen. Because they made you think that the low line was gonna be healthy when the season start. Oh yeah, we're gonna get Conklin back, we're gonna get Zedrick back, we're gonna get all these people back. And then at the last second, no, we gonna stick with the backups. And then you kind of had that little woozy feeling in your stomach, like I don't know about the backups because they ain't look solid in preseason.
Well, Hudson was horrible. Jones did well. Petonio was horrible. Teller did well, and the other tackle or guard, whatever. There's three linemen. They were just horrible. They were just horrible.
I mean,
So
Michael
how could?
made them look horrible. Let's be realistic. He's a
But we saw
top
this
five.
in preseason without Michael Parsons. So we were just hoping and praying that they would look better against Parsons and where, but they didn't. They didn't. They didn't look. And Parsons, he just did what he wanted to do. And sometimes they didn't even block Parsons. How do you not block Parsons? If you're going to block anybody, you better have block. You better block Parsons. They just let they block the other man, and Parsons comes right in there
Right.
and hits Deshaun.
I agree. I agree. Let's talk
So
about
so so obviously Bill Callahan leaving was a big
loss.
miss, a big loss. It was a horrible loss. But we said that during preseason. We said Bill Callahan is going to be the biggest loss of the Browns. And Callahan's no problem. He taught us all this, and we're like, man, who would let Callahan go to play with somebody else, knowing that's the 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 life and blood of your offensive line, and yet
Listen,
they let him go play somewhere else. Titans didn't do
Brown.
nothing yesterday either.
The Browns should never let him go.
Should never let him go. Never.
Keep him till that contract run out. Just tell him, hey, look, when this contract run out, you can play for your son then.
That's right. That's right.
But let's keep it real.
So
Keep it real on offense, man. Nick Chubb keep that whole thing honest. Let's be realistic. Even if you didn't have a line, you got to respect Chubb. We didn't have nobody respectable on the offense. Let's be real. They didn't
we
respect
didn't.
nobody on offense. Nobody.
Ford is not a banger. Ford is it.
But they don't respect him, though.
They didn't, because Ford likes to dance and then hit the hole. That's what I'm saying. If you keep Hunt's a banger. So we had a three-headed monster in the backfield, and we even had Felton, and they let what's the name Johnson get away the year before. You didn't sign Hunt, then you finally signed Hunt again. You knew you were going to need backs again because Chubb was hurt. You didn't keep Felton. You let Felton go,
Right.
and you let Hunt go, and they know the system. Why didn't you just keep them and keep your backfield intact?
Listen.
Or keep strong. Go say, okay, keep strong, but keep your backfield intact. I mean, I like the Dante Ford Fordham signing, but he got hurt. Then he got hurt again.
But you got to realize this, Bruce. Once again, we had no intimidator in the back on the offense. There's no intimidation. Nobody. Chubb out there, you respect him because of what he has done.
The Browns could have got Cook. They didn't get Cook.
You understand what Chubb has done, though. Them other players,
Yeah,
Watson,
Chubb was a big missing. Chubb, he's going to make a whole lot of difference. However, we still need another back that's going to hit the hole. If it's not, hopefully Fordham, well, Dante will be healed because he's a banger. But
It's cool
you
because
know,
once you get Chubb back, now you got
yeah,
complementaries. You could do a little. You could they're gonna respect you a little bit more, even if
P
you don't have.
Ryan was available, and they didn't go get P Ryan.
Yeah, well, he's in Kansas City.
Yeah. So there you got it. Who went and got P Ryan when P Ryan was released? Took a while, but Kansas City said nobody wanted. We'll go get him. Now he gets a chance for a ring.
All right, let's talk about the special teams. The special teams stunk yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
They started off one play in the beginning. That was it. That's all.
But to be fair to the special team, if you go look at the tape, I saw three
All right.
holds that they did not call
Fair about the special teams.
on that kick return. I saw three holds.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you who was our best player yesterday. It was the kicker.
B. Horkins.
No, I'm talking about the kicker. That's the punter. The kicker
Oh,
was the best player yesterday.
oh, you talking about what's the name?
Yeah, Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Hopkins was our best player yesterday. Period. Everybody else, suspect.
Yeah. Well,
Just think about
he
it.
should. He should have been. Here. So let's go back to Tomlin's kicker made 6 kicks.
He did. He definitely
He
did.
did. He made 6 kicks. So goes. You know where all the Pittsburgh's points came from? His 6 kicks.
Exactly.
So once again,
No,
it's
no
the
touchdown.
formula is simple. We said this years ago with Stefanski. We win when you run the ball 25 times and maybe pass about 20 something
We
times.
said that
We
every.
don't win when we pass 45 times,
We say
35
this.
times.
We say this
Baker
all the
couldn't
time.
do it. Deshaun can't do it.
You know why they can't do it? It's the system. The
It's,
system.
it's the system. Yes.
The system is designed for you to run. It ain't
It's
designed.
designed for you to
It's play
run.
action. It's play action pass. That's
Play
it.
action, play action. So you got to go out here and get your running backs to run. So you knew Nick, like I said, you know Nick Chubb was hurt. So you got to get running backs for the season. And you got to get linemen to block the run. I mean, the linemen for the run. You can't go out here and get these passing linemen and you can't do it. So I don't know. I guess I don't know if the problem is that when Nick Chubb was hurt and Foreman was hurt, that they said, well, you know what, we're going to try to pass. Then let's get to the next thing. Your receivers were horrible. They dropped the ball. The line's not blocking. The receivers aren't. You're not running the ball. You only ran it 5 times in the first half, so that means you're not protecting your quarterback, and
I don't
your
think.
receivers are
I
dropping
think.
balls.
I think it goes back on Deshaun on this one. I'm gonna point it out to you. Deshaun doesn't go through all his. He's looking. He see Dak throwing home runs. Now he's trying to mimic the home run theory. Just take what the defense give you, dink and dunk. If that's what's gonna win us the game, you got to go do it. I'm sorry. Today ain't your day to be a superstar, my friend. Throw that little 3-yard pass, take it. 4-yard pass, take it. Take it. We'll take a win over anything else. Let's be real in Cleveland. We take wins more than anything else. We'll take it. It'll be an ugly win, but like you said, with Pittsburgh, they did the same exact thing. They ran the
So
ball.
so we know Justin Fields. Justin Fields. If Tomlin says take the short routes, Justin Fields is going to do the short routes. So
Exactly.
if Deshaun's not listening to Stefanski, that's Stefanski's fault.
Right, but what I'm saying is this though. He got to just take what the defense give him. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. There ain't no home runs out there, my friend. That's why you getting sacked. There ain't no home runs. Get rid of the ball. Throw it to the running back.
He
The running
couldn't even get 2 steps at times. So he couldn't even get rid of the ball if he wanted to get rid of the ball.
Bruce, we seen it in the first drive. He did it in the first drive. Go
He
back and
did in
watch
the
the
first
game.
drive. They protected him in the first drive. Then
He
after that,
didn't.
that's when all the
He did
penalties
not.
start happening.
Bruce, go back and look at the game. It was the same protection. Wasn't no protection. Ain't no protection.
No,
Ain't no
but
protection.
you can't get. Oh, holding offsides, 1st and 10. Now it's 1st and 15. You're done. Now you can't dink and dunk.
Yeah, yeah.
And we saw
So
we
we got a
saw that
comment.
play. We
We
saw
got a
that
comment real
possession
quick.
after possession. Huh?
We
What's the
got a
comment?
comment. So
What's the
Tony
comment?
Miller said Javon Bruce, Nick Chubb should retire if it doesn't get any better for him. Two major knee surgeries, and let me see what else to say. Um, okay, two major knee surgeries, a whole bunch of semi-serious injuries. Even if he never runs another down in the league, he just may take or just make the Hall of Fame with Earl Campbell and the rest of the greats. Rest they soul, rest in peace. But
That's gonna be
I
difficult unless the Browns can get it at least a Super Bowl.
I think only way Nick Chubb should retire, and I think this is what he's saying. He said if it doesn't get any better for him, definitely
Yeah,
retire. But
yeah.
I see the guy lifting 600 pounds, and I think he might be close to, shape. And somebody else said Watson held the ball too long, and that's what I was saying. Watson in the first drive, he threw the ball quickly. He was taking what the defense gave him. He holding the ball too long. Ain't nothing downfield. It ain't gonna happen, Watson. Throw the ball, hike, look for it, and throw it. I'm sorry. That's
So
your offensive line.
once again, if he's holding the ball too long, the coach got to pull him inside and say, "Hey, you're holding the ball too long, but get it out." But he's not going to hold the ball too long if we're running the
Bruce,
ball.
Bruce, Bruce. The coach ain't gonna do that. So let's not talk about what Stefanski. We been talking.
So
How long you
so
been talking about this
so
Mayfield, right?
so so now it comes back down to the coaching. Deshaun is doing what he wants to do. And okay, then the coach benched him and put in what's the name? I don't care who the quarterback was. I don't care if he held the ball, he didn't hold the ball. I don't care if he went for short dunks. They weren't going to beat Dallas yesterday, and they weren't going to look good. The offense was horrible. They weren't
This what I'm
prepared. They weren't ready.
this what we saying. It wasn't gonna be no 33-7 or whatever it was, 17. It
No,
wasn't
it
gonna
wouldn't
be
have been
that.
33-7. No,
That's all we
but
saying. We
look,
want to see a football,
so the one interception was a tip.
right?
One interception was tipped, and the other one was at the end of the game. And then we go for it on 4th down, and we shouldn't have. We should have punted, got position. So the score wouldn't have been as badly if Stefanski had played a little smarter and coached a little better, and Deshaun um, had not, like you said, had just tried to run the ball and maybe dink and dunk and not go down the field, which we end up missing receivers. But we'll find out against this Jaguar team if they run the same type of offense. Deshaun looks the same way in the first half. Then you're gonna have to bench him and bring your backup quarterback.
Well, hold on. Let's hold on before we get into that. Let's talk about the Browns defense. So, what do you grade the Browns defense yesterday?
I get the Browns defense a B.
A B?
I'll give them a B.
I don't give them a B.
I gotta
I
give
give
them.
them a
Only
C.
reason I give them a B because the offense put them in position where they had to be out there too long,
I give them.
and
I
and
give them.
and
I give them a
they
C
didn't give up.
because
The Browns defense didn't give up the kick return.
they did, but I give
and
them a
they
C
and
for
they
this
and
reason.
they and they were put in position to have a short field that they had to defend. With that,
No,
they
this
still
this
did
the
pretty
reason
well.
I give them a C. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay,
I give them a C because who's the best defensive player so called in the league?
Garrett,
Okay, so why is it T.J. Watt every single play in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, causing havoc, and he ain't the
because
best
Watt
defensive
has a
player.
coach. He has a coach that expects him to do that.
And then they doing this. Dallas doing Jets. They do the same plays on the defense, and they still getting away with it too. Go back and look. They did the same exact plays, and we couldn't stop it. Just go
Yeah.
back and look. Go
Yeah.
back and look. But what I'm saying is this: if we got the best defensive player, we should be wrecking havoc too. That's all I'm saying.
We,
It
we
should be.
should be.
It should be a
So,
different game then.
so let's look at what that defensive coordinator did with Parsons. He moved Parsons around the whole defense.
He
The
did.
whole defense. Where is
He did.
Myles Garrett? Myles Garrett is in the same spot almost all game.
You got to move him around then.
You got to move him around. And
He did that
Parsons is
last
much
year.
smaller than Myles Garrett.
He did it
And
last
yet
year.
they keep Myles in the same area. But this coach,
Remember last year?
he had Parsons
He did last
everywhere.
year, though. Remember he did that with Miles last year. They moved him around last year.
Yeah.
They need to do it this year.
We need to do it this year. I mean, that Dallas defense had two rookies on offensive line.
Again, manhandled by them.
No running backs. You had old Zeke Elliott and Dowell. Who was Dowell? But I do have a problem with the fact that the defense, the secondary could not handle CeeDee Lamb in the first half.
I mean, him didn't have a phenomenal. It was the play caller that made him look phenomenal. It was the same play caller, the same play he kept doing that kept working. That's what made him look good. CeeDee Lamb
But the Dallas offense didn't have a lot of rushing yards, and they didn't have a lot of passing yards. Dak Prescott only threw for 160-something yards.
That's true.
And he threw the ball 30-something times.
But guess what?
So he didn't.
The difference is the plays that they needed. That's the plays that scored. That's the difference.
Well, he got the chunk play, and then they got the Browns defense, aggressive defense, by running those quick in the rounds, quick sweeps.
Just sweeps.
We couldn't stop CeeDee Lamb. We couldn't stop the other one, the quick sweeps for the first downs, and then we gave away the chunk play. I mean, so
only good news about yesterday that I could probably see was the AFC North had 3 losses in the column. So
yeah, that's the only good thing. But we understand that who we chasing? We chasing Baltimore. Pittsburgh's going to be steady. We should be able to put stuff together.
You see it's
Pittsburgh going to take some L's, and they may walk in the playoff. Cincinnati's going to be the weak link. I told you this beginning before preseason. I said Cincinnati's going to be the weak link. I know you thought Pittsburgh was, but I think Cincinnati's going to be the weak link only because they lost so many players and weapons for Burrow. And that coach, he's the worst coach in the division.
You've been saying that. You still think
so? Well, Stefanski's better than him, but Stefanski. Hopefully, we'll find out how Stefanski does against the Jaguars. He's got to make his improvements, And if Deshaun looks bad, you go ahead and pull in what's his name. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do running back wise? I mean, your running back room is depleted. You brought in Nyheim Hines. He's not ready. You forward him. He's not ready. You gave away Kelly. Now and Strong. You didn't even run Strong.
Well, like you said, it come down to the coach of the year, right?
We know he ain't the coach of the year, so All
right. So last question before we move to the predictions: will the Browns win their division this year?
No.
Say no.
I'm going to say no. I believe we'll win 11 games, but I don't think we're going to win the division. I still think Ravens going to win the division. We'll win 11 games.
I mean, I'm a realist. I think Baltimore has a respectable coach, a respectable team. Where they fall faulty at decision making when it comes to the big games. That's where they fall short at.
Well, they still don't have a number 2 receiver.
No, Zay Flowers is nice though, and I like
Zay
Likely.
Flowers is nice. Zay Flowers is nice, but they still have a number two receiver.
Likely is
Um,
nice.
Likely got hurt, so that's gonna slow him down. Andrews is
No,
getting older,
he didn't. He didn't. He all right. He was faking.
and Derrick Henry ain't the answer at running back. He's older now. So that
Well, at
Mitchell
least
guy,
he got.
Ravens backfield is not top notch.
It's not, but
There,
you got Lamar, so that's all you
yeah, you
need.
got Lamar. So I mean, and you got a smarter coach. Being that they got Lamar and a smarter coach, I think they're going to win the division again. Browns will make the playoffs if Stefanski can grow and Deshaun stays healthy. But we know we're expecting we got to go with Deshaun. You don't start off fast. How you gonna start off fast when you don't play? But if this is his last year, if he don't do it this year, he's gone because the fan base in Cleveland wants him out of town as of today.
Oh, you heard everything, man. They got trash can pictures of Deshaun. They got everything possible, every type of meme that you could ever see. They got it about Deshaun. But my take on Deshaun, like I've been saying, is I like Deshaun Watson, but I think for me, I think he trying too hard to please everybody. Just take what the defense give you and go with that, man. Sometimes you just can't be a superstar that game. You just gotta get in the flow of the game. You ain't even played the preseason, man. So just get in the flow of the game.
Yep, just get in the flow game and protect the game. But like I said, that one interception, it was a bad interception, and the other one was at the end of the game, and then the one was off the hands of the player. But we'll find out against the Jaguars. The Jaguars ain't no slouches, but we should be the Jaguars.
All right, hold on till you get to that. Let's put that on the screen. So those who tune in on YouTube, you got to go to JB Legacy Films at JB Legacy Films, and you'll be able to see everything on the screen, as far as all the glitz and glamour that you probably don't see on this Facebook Live. So we got Browns versus Jaguars. That's a 1 o'clock showdown. What's your prediction for that game? Who you got? Who you got winning? And your score.
Okay, we
Let's
put
get
up
back to
17 points against a Dallas team not having a preseason reps. Now we've had game reps against one of the top defenses. I'm going to say we're going to put up 28. I like 28-20 Browns.
oh 28-20. I disagree. I'm not
Yep.
disagreeing with you, but I'm gonna say I watched a little bit of the Jacksonville game yesterday. Their defense had Tyreek Hill on the ropes for a little bit, and then Tyreek got loose towards the end. So with that being said, we have no running game still. We still got those two tackles, the left and right tackles don't look good. Deshaun, I guess he got the rust off, or he still got the rust on. We don't know. So by that being said, this is an easier game. We're going into the Sunshine State. Uh, Man, it's gonna be hard, man. I'm gonna say the Browns. I'm gonna give them benefit of the doubt. 23-20.
Okay, you see a close game like that. Yeah. All right.
20-20. I see a lot of field goals in the picture. I see 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. And the
This
20, yeah.
this
Touchdowns and two
Browns
field goals.
defense is like Pittsburgh's. They got it. They
3 field
got to
goals.
make. They got to get turnovers. If they're going to help this offense till Nick Chubb comes and Deshaun warms up, gets the rust off, they got to get some plays and make turnovers.
Right. The
We
defense
we
has to win games.
yeah. So Garrett, he strips the ball. We don't recover it. Um, Ward has 2 interceptions. He doesn't make the catches. So the opportunity's there. We gotta make him.
What
That's
happened
the
to
difference.
what happened to our guy? What's the name? JOK.
They
Jeremiah.
okay.
What happened?
Um, I don't know.
He did good at the end of last season, got that paycheck, and now it's what happened. Like
We didn't hear we didn't hear nothing from him. Well, I mean,
nothing.
like I said, it's not like they exposed Dak. Dak had pretty good protection. We got to him. I think we got to him. He had Dak had we sacked Dak 5 times.
Uh, I don't know. I forgot, man.
I think we
I
sacked
know I
Dak.
said
I think we had 5 sacks.
we had 5 sacks on that.
I think we
You
did.
really think we had that many sacks? Let's go back and look.
But they had 6 on us. I think we had.
I'm about to go back and look at these stats. All right, so penalties, nope, turns. Let's look at defense. That's what we're trying to find out. Dak. Where's the defense? Sacks. 1, 2, 3 sacks. That's it.
Three sacks. Okay.
Tomlinson, Gary, there.
So we had 3 sacks.
Yep,
Okay.
3
And they
sacks.
sacked us 6 times.
6 times.
Yeah. The biggest thing is their pressures. They so third down, we were the worst team on third down in the league. But we were worst team on first down too, because all the penalties we had that set us up for third and long. So I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot that we can fix that will make us a better team. That we should be able to fix and be prepared and look better against the Jaguars. If we can't, I can tell you this: we do not beat the Jaguars, then we're gonna have a losing season.
Well, they said that we got the easiest 5 games of our schedule coming up, starting with the Jaguars. So that just show you that, and I don't think we're gonna be convincing against the Jaguars for real. After what I seen last week, I that's why I said 23. And I really want to say we're gonna lose this
Well,
one, but I'm
Petonio
gonna
can
go.
play better. Petonio can play better. So we were worried about DeJuan Jones and Hudson. So if Petonio plays better, and the other veteran lineman plays better, and we just have a problem with Hudson, work on Hudson, then we should be all right. But when you got 3 of your offensive veterans at the line not playing well,
Bully.
what are you going to do? Who was it? Oh, Pochick. So,
Oh yeah.
Pochick doesn't play well. Petonio doesn't play well, and Hudson doesn't play well. That's a 2/3 of your line. There was no excuse for Petonio not to play well or Posick. We expected Jones and Hudson not to look good, but Jones, he looked good. So if Petonio played well the way he's supposed to, and Posick, then our
Jones, he
line's
looked all right. Jones was all right. He had 2 penalties that kind of cost us too, though. Can't have false starts and holding and all that kind of stuff.
No. Yeah, but overall, he played better than the rest of the line.
Yeah, my opinion about that is
the better teller.
You can't give the other team charity points, charity stuff, man.
No,
charity,
no. We can't start out 1st and 15 for almost every possession.
It's terrible.
That's terrible.
And special teams, we got to tighten that up.
Yeah, because he went across the field and then cut back. But like I told you, that was on the NFL because I saw 3 holds. That should come back. I saw 3 holds.
Call holding on every play. It's holding on every play.
Not on kickoffs though. That allows you to run across the field to your left and then come back to your right. There's no way somebody goes across the field to the left and to the right. Usually, unless they didn't call holding.
They called a hold. I think two drives before when they kicked it off. They did call a hold. They brought it back, but I don't know, man. You know, this the NFL, man.
Yeah.
You know, they
But
want to
once
see
the game was over, they let that play go because it was like it was late in the fourth, early in the fourth. The Browns weren't doing nothing. They're like, let's get this game over. So they stopped throwing all the flags in the fourth quarter that they were throwing before because the game was already long. So it's like they couldn't keep throwing flags. So they didn't throw a flag on that play. It's like, look, let's get this thing over with.
Yeah, it was pretty much over though. That
Yeah,
game was over.
yeah,
We thought the second half they was gonna bounce back, and it just got even worse.
got worse.
Cause we had a little hope, and we had a little hope right before halftime. Like, okay, they do A, B, and C. They got a chance to make it a game. They could possibly come back. They can do so much, and then it just didn't happen.
Well, he had a chance to play possession football by punting and letting your defense like the goal line.
Yeah,
What are you doing passing at your goal line? Now that's Stefanski right there. What do you do? Run the ball, protect it, punt it out, and let your defense hold it.
yeah. All right, well, we coming down to that time. Um, just real quick. So looking at the whole NFL yesterday, from Thursday to Friday to yesterday, what game did you enjoy the most? And then we gonna wrap it up.
That Kansas City Raven game.
Yeah, that was very entertaining.
Yeah, I think it's a precursor to probably what's going to happen. The Ravens versus Kansas City. Kansas City goes to the playoff, goes to the Super Bowl, wins another one. But Kansas City looked dominant. I mean, their defense looked dominant.
Yeah,
You
Lamar
know,
didn't have time to throw the ball though. When you
no,
go back, when
Lamar
you
didn't
look,
have time, so he had to run. He had to rely on his feet. Um,
yeah,
likely got hurt and got out the game. But the Ravens look good. The Ravens look good and look like the only one that's going to be able to probably possibly stop Kansas City. And Kansas City looks awesome. And they haven't even gelled yet. They got a new receiver with Mahomes, some new guys on the team. And once they gel, Kansas City is going to be incredible.
they got Burrow this week, so Burrow has great success. But we don't know what Burrow is gonna look like this week. But Burrow has
Burrow,
great
Burrow,
success.
Burrow looked booty last week.
He did. I'm saying in his tenure against Mahomes, he has beat.
Oh well, that's when he had Boyd, Chase, Higgins, and Mixon as
Yeah,
weapons. He don't have that
Mixon,
no more.
Mixon,
And
and
then on their defense, they had more defensive
Mixon.
players. They don't have that either. And we're gonna see what this great coach could do. Now he ain't got all his weapons on offense and defense.
And you know it's
Because
crazy though. He been
Burrow's rookie year, he had no
hey
weapons
that coach
and no defense.
that coach been to a Super Bowl. We still ain't even touched the Super Bowl yet. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was luck because they got a lot of calls from the umpires that allowed them to move on to the Super Bowl because some of those calls should have gone against Cincinnati. But Burrow made some big plays that year,
He did.
and you know,
He got
but
sacked. He got sacked like 9 times and still won the game or something. It was something
still
crazy.
won the game. That's right. That's right.
Still won that game. So
Still won the
anyway,
games. Yeah.
y'all make sure y'all go to jblegacyfilms.com. Get y'all tickets for that premiere. It's the book signing, but you gonna get that movie ticket for free. So go to jblegacyfilms.com. Get your reserve for your book, because when you get that reserve for the book, you gonna get that ticket for free. So make sure you get it. All right. That's jblegacyfilms.com. And we got something else coming up too in a couple of weeks. We got a big project another one coming up soon. So we will give you some more information on that too. We ain't gonna give it away, but we got some more great things going on, book wise. So we just keep it at that. Anything else you want to say, Bruce, before we get up out of here?
Man. Yeah, once again, we want to thank everybody for the support. We got a lot of great projects coming up. So you can support us with that. Um, we got some stuff for everybody, from the young and old. So
Oh yeah,
you're looking out for that.
most definitely. And like you said, with your support, we can do a lot more. It ain't just um, we doing stuff just to do it. No, when you support it, you helping us make more. I mean, create new things and put it out further. So when you give us that support, we can put out even more things and get better content for you. If it's coming down to radio shows, coming down to books, coming down to movies, coming down to stand-up comedy, all that stuff. So we still doing the comic book and stuff like that. But it's just about the
Philanthropy
sports.
fundraisers, the
Yeah,
philanthropy.
yeah. So we never stop what we doing. We still continue to do, and we just thank all our supporters. For real. Well, before we go, like I said, shout out to everybody that supported us from day one to now. And like I said, sending them prayers out to Christina Blom of Blom Show Entertainment. Keep her in your
Yeah, take care,
prayers on a
Christina.
personal matter.
See
That's
you
right.
soon.
All right. All right, man. I'm Javon Base the Legacy. Bruce, if you got anything else you want to say, we out of here.
I'm Bruce B. Smooth Ballard. We out.
All right, see y'all next Monday. We gonna be back at the location. So we'll see y'all next Monday.